Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 7 of season 3 at Sunderland. We're into the January transfer window, although we're going to split the month in two because there are plenty of games to be played and we don't want either our FA Cup journey or our league campaign to take a hit by simming too many games in this month. Ordinarily I would play 2 and sim the rest in January, but that would lead to simming a minimum of 5 games this month. And if we beat Palace, then that would be 6. Obviously beating Palace is a big ask, with them being a decent Premier League outfit and ourselves just being at the top of the Championship, but we're not looking to do any business at this stage. I'm leaning towards, as you guys know, keeping hold of what we've got and looking to improve my youth scouts with the money I do have, and then saving whatever's left for next season. I'm quite happy to give the players that are currently here at the club the chance to A, finish this season out and earn us promotion, and B, once we do get promotion, if we get it, to try their best to keep us in the league without too much interference from new signings, etc. So we shall start with this game in the FA Cup away from home at Selhurst Park, which is not going to be easy. Not fully fit, but we're fit enough with regards to our starting 11, and then we shall just take the rest from there. We'll wait and see how this game against Palace goes, and then that will probably depict a better picture of what's going to happen for the remainder of the month. But right now, it's Palace away in the FA Cup. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more of our journey here at Sunderland. Let's see what we can do against Premier League opposition. Palace's starting lineup: Waiter in goal, Husai, Sacco, Brianchon and Van Aanholt at the back, and Townsend, Ndoye, Sissoko and Cordoba with Pinamonti and Roger up top. A familiar couple of names in there, but not many. A number of new players here at Crystal Palace for this season, or in this save at the very least. So we'll wait and see if it's a strong enough team to beat us. Looking across there towards Cordoba.
Taking on the defenders.
Walker come in a moment. He's somehow squaring that to Roger, and Sissoko blazes that well over the top of the bar. Not the best of finishes from the midfielder. He'll certainly need to be better, and his teammates will hope that he is. In latter opportunities, Cordoba gets this to Van Aanholt, who I fully expect to be just as much of a threat on the wing as their left midfielder. Here's Ndoye. It's turned really well. Gets away from me, and Andros Townsend draws the save out of Bettinelli. On the back foot is probably the best way to phrase these opening few moments here, as Palace looking to assert their dominance, and Sissoko has done better this time because he's found the back of the net. Everybody jumping in the middle missed the opportunity to clear it or head it on target, and Sissoko picks up the pieces at the back post, just all on his own. Everybody in the middle jumps, misses it, and he just takes control and lashes it home. A comfortable enough finish, but pops it up and then in the same motion nails it home. Good strike, good goal for Crystal Palace, and they find themselves 1-0 up through Sissoko after 9 minutes. Not the start we wanted. We're used to scoring early goals, not conceding early goals. Short to Sissoko through the gap, but picked off. And Eward will turn and find Ravel Morrison. Just poked that there ahead of Jack Clark, who's drifted very central, which means there's now space on the left-hand side for Sean Maguire. Well blocked by Mamadou Sakho. Good opportunity that. Jack Clark and Sean Maguire. It's the first time I made that mistake. Sean Maguire switching positions there, and it very nearly proved fruitful for us. He can actually play on the left-hand side of midfield, Sean Maguire. He's down as one of his default positions, striker and left mid. But we've obviously used him up top, and he's been very, very good in that striker role. The Golden Boot last year, looking good for challenging for the Golden Boot this year as well. We could really do with some goals in the FA Cup from him, rather than just the Championship. But we're not having any luck so far, not in the opening 22 minutes anyway. From out wide, Pinamonti's come short and then turns well. Finds Andros Townsend. Need to stop him. from turning onto that left foot, because it will cause us some pain. It's going to take that corner short to Cordoba. Cheeky triple step over and a pass in there to Ndoye. Could shoot from here. Does do so better than he makes the save. It might have been drifting wide, that, but couldn't take the risk. They're going to use the same technique again. Cordoba, is he going to go for the step overs this time? No, he's stopped and gone back the other way. It's great footwork from the midfielder there, but not able to actually see it out. Crystal Palace definitely the better side in the opening first half, but if we can create another opportunity like the Sean Maguire one earlier on and actually get it past Mamadou Sakho, I do fancy us of at least getting level and forcing a replay, but we'll wait and see what happens between now and the end of the game. Anything can change. It is the FA Cup, of course. Quiet around the corner there to Jack. I don't know how fast Brianchon is. He certainly can't keep up with me at that pace. And here's Maguire, and we'll take this shot, and it cannons off low. We can't keep it under control. I think it was just a skewed effort. I was trying to keep it away from Mamadou Sakho. In the process, was keeping it away from the goal mouth because it was going wide. Unfortunately, Lowe couldn't get it under control to ensure that he could have a secondary effort. He's Andros Townsend. I was quite happy to force him down the line on his right. And Ndoye in an aerial. He's gone for the shot again from a very tight angle. It's going to be 1-0 to Palace at half-time. They've been the better side, but we are growing into the game. And after being pinned in the opening 10 and conceding the goal, we've given as good as we've gotten in the latter half of that first stage. Let's see if the second actually brings an equaliser. Cordoba over the top, brought down well there by Roger, and a good turn. Kouyaté. Ndoye, he's had a number of shots. Oh, Kouyaté, I thought would certainly have gotten that on target at the very least. Not into the back of the net. That is a clear-cut opportunity that he has shanked wide of the target. Arguably, won't get a better effort or better opportunity in this second half, Crystal Palace. Sorloth has come on for Pinamonti for them up top. I haven't yet made any changes of my own, although I might need to try and freshen things up, because so far, whatever we've thrown at them, they've dealt with. Cross there to Townsend. It's a good cross by Husai, but it'll be away by Justin. Eward could get to that, should get to that, and has done. Right, counter. Go on, Sean. Keep that run going. Keep that run going. Keep that run going. We'll play it now. I think he was just onside here, Sean Maguire. And indeed he was. And there's the equaliser. The dream breakaway for Sunderland. Sean Maguire has been our best offensive threat in this game. And after 64 minutes, the timing of that pass, I thought I'd gotten wrong. But as it happens, perfection. Got in behind Mamadou Sakho. He can't be in the way of getting a block on it if he's not in front of me, can he? Constantly chasing. No one's catching Sean Maguire in that situation. We are level. Sorloth in there to Roger. Nice interception by Stephen Corker. Maguire spins well. Bit of space here for Lyndon Gooch to break into, although it's not the best of balls to play him through. We'll just lift that and hope that Jamal Lowe can get to it, which he can do. And he's away from Mamadou Sakho as well, but this time Waita makes the save. Ooh, thought that was the moment that we took the lead here. Ratiu's come off the bench, will immediately take the corner, and Tamori heads over the bar. Great opportunity, not taken. 20 minutes to go at the minute, headed towards the replay. Sam Nicholson takes that down well. Bowled out by the keeper, and he's just got the pace to burn, so we shall burn it. Inside to Sean Maguire, options around me. Here's Jamal Lowe. Great interception by Brianchon. Needed to be made there. Oh, could still play Sam Nicholson through, but Brianchon again in the way. Well, it was Mamadou Sakho that was the problem earlier. When we scored getting past him, now we can't get past Brianchon. And if we are to grab a second goal, we're going to have to get the better of both centre-backs. Husai's cross is blocked, and it'll be a corner now. Corners come in from that far side from Andros Townsend. They've brought on Diego Perotti for Roger. Oh, off the line by Max Lowe. I've no idea who it was that had that effort, but that was pretty remarkable. Overhead kick at the back post. Townsend stands that up, and Sorloth with the header, and Bettinelli holds on. Who was it that had that chance at the back post? That was outrageous. It was Cordoba at the back post there. The defenders aren't even facing the right way. They've got their back to the ball as it's coming in. So it's atrocious defending from the number 4 and the number 11 there. At least Jimmy Dunn has his eyes on it, but it's over him. And then overhead kick comes in. Questionable keeping. And, I mean, that may have gone wide. Or it may have hit the post, perhaps, and gone in. Or post and out. But Max Lowe couldn't take the risk. May have snuck inside the post as well. Unreal effort from Cordoba. But why the defenders weren't even looking at the play, I'm not sure. It's Lyndon Gooch was the number 11. Not sure who the number 4 was. I think that might have been Tamori. Jamal Lowe stands that up on the volley. Oh, Lyndon Gooch looking to make up for that mistake. Thankfully, it didn't cost us at one end, but he nearly scored us the goal there. It was Tamori. It was Tamori and Lyndon Gooch there at the back post trying to make the difference. Neither of them were able to get in the way of that overhead kick. Cross could come in here and has done, and flicked on by Kouyaté straight at Bettinelli. 10 shots for them, 6 for us, a goal apiece. And a replay on its way, unless Palace score with this attack. But they're going backwards there, and the referee will blow his final whistle. Not what we needed in the month of January. Another game. Certainly splitting the month in two. Right, so up next is Preston away in the league. And then after that, we've the replay against Crystal Palace midweek on the 13th. I am tempted to play the rotated side in this one, although the league campaign is still hanging in the balance, as you can see. 52, 51, 50, 47, so we can't really afford to let up anything at the minute. So I might have to play the first team here and hope that, again, a slightly tired first team can take on Palace, because to be fair, they should have similar stamina levels Wednesday to Saturday, Saturday to Wednesday. So they should have similar stamina levels to the first game in the second, in the replay. So I should be able to play my first team here. We'll play Preston, we'll play Palace again, and then maybe simulate West Brom at home. So we'll have 4 games today and 4 games tomorrow. 3 played and 1 simulated in each episode. Although that might change, of course, if we beat Palace in the next game, and there's another FA Cup game scheduled. But let's concentrate on one thing at a time, and that one thing now is Preston. Around the corner to Hughes. It's Janelli that took over. Cross comes in, and Corker away on the back foot again at the beginning of the game, as we were against Palace, but hopefully this time we won't concede, and at least for the time being we haven't. Jamal Lowe could do with some support, and it is arriving, but I can't find anyone because I've been tackled. Lewis Moult around the corner to Janelli again. He's got 3 in the middle to aim for, a 4th arriving, and he can't find any of them. Hughes might find someone, though, and he has, and it's a strong arm from Bettinelli. Lewis Moult with a great header, but good save by the keeper. They're happy to settle for the corner rather than to keep it in play and try and build something again. From the set piece, that's why they're happy to use it from the corner. They have a big lump of a centre-back to come forward and try and power in a header. Thankfully, whilst he did power the header at goal, he didn't go into the goal. Lewis Moult played in down the line. Cross deflected. Flicked away by Ravel Morrison. Clark will switch. Win that header, please. Well up. Lyndon Gooch, he's done well there. Jamal Lowe turns away, and we'll find Drew Yearwood. Jack Clark's on the run, and he's in behind. He's onside as well. Jack Clark to give us a lead. No. Sean Maguire could turn this back to a teammate. Yearwood. Oh, spinning away. Tried to sweep it into that far corner. It just didn't quite get his angles right. Bending away from the keeper, but in the end, away from the post. Oh, it's a poor pass from James Justin, looking to spread the play out on the right-hand side. Preston could make us pay for that mistake. Thankfully, Lyndon Gooch stepped in. Look at the way they're hounding me in possession there, trying to win it back. It's definitely got their tactics set to press after possession loss, because that was insane. They just all hoarded around me there. Play the 1-2 with the Ravel Morrison, and then look to play Sean Maguire around the corner. It's not quite worked. It'll drop free to Jack Clark. And here's Jamal Lowe. Bit of space. Shot blocked by Davis. Yearwood in there to Ravel Morrison. Will look to return it. Drew Yearwood on target this time, but still not into the back of the net. Good save by Declan Rudd. Win that header. Oh, well up, Ravel. It was really nicely done. Can we have another opportunity? Looking for Sean Maguire over the top. On the volley! Good save by Rudd again. Certainly knocking on the door now. Looking to find the way through. Morrison with the delivery. Maguire's up. He's going to rebound here to James Justin. Deflected and wide off Billy Bowden. Van Morrison whips it in. Jack Clark could be underneath this. No, it's Bowden again that's underneath it. Oh, couldn't decide which player to chase the ball with there. Get it into Lowe. Yearwood quickly there to Ravel Morrison. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the 1-2, but unfortunately he didn't. 7 minutes to go till half-time. Still locked. Goalless. Oh, I see the run. I've got to play it. Oh, the ball wasn't meant for you, Jamal. Ball's meant for Lyndon Gooch, who scores. Simple finish in the end, although he took it very well. I didn't think Jamal Lowe would be able to get the shots off there with the two defenders on his shoulder. I made the mistake in a previous episode of trying to do that pass, but that was when there was a defender between me and the recipient. This time, there's no one there. The original pass was intended for Gooch. I didn't even know Jamal Lowe was there, but just got it out of his feet. Didn't fancy him getting a clean shot away with all the defenders around him, and then Gooch just runs onto it on the half volley, cracks it home. Great finish. We are finally in front at Deepdale. 1-0 in the 44th minute. Good run. Sounds well, driven in. Oh, and it will reach Giannelli. Everybody missed it in a red and white shirt. Thankfully, the header came in off target. If he was unmarked at the back post, that might have been particularly dangerous. Thankfully, he wasn't. Ravel will poke that there for Lyndon Gooch. Oh, he gets stuck on the defender. Well done by the Preston back line. Lewis Moult will get that back to Johnson, and Pearson will find Moult again. Here's Josh Harrop out to Bowden. Oh, he is in space at the back post. This time, Giannelli can't find the target again. Comfortable save for Bettinelli. They're getting dangerous here, Preston. I do not like this. Forward to Gooch. It's going to fall through to Lowe here. David Alaba has gone to Leipzig. Really strange transfer that. Definitely didn't see that on the cards when we headed into this transfer window. Alaba, not a player we're going to be coming up against anytime soon in this save. At least one more season before we're even contemplating European football. Lovely ball out to Gooch, taking it in his stride. He's done that well, and the defender just didn't read it. Running low on stamina Hughes there. I've got plenty of men in the middle to aim for. We'll pull it back for one of them, and Drew Yearwood makes it 2. That should be game over. 72nd minute, Drew Yearwood on his left foot, rifles it top bins. 3 points, thank you very much. There's the final whistle. We're able to see it out. Jamie Ward celebrating wildly. That's a 2-0 victory against Preston, which is exactly the sort of result we needed to boost the confidence to head into the replay against Crystal Palace in the right kind of form. Norwich lost, Forest drew with Leeds, interestingly enough. That's a big result, actually. Forest drawing with Leeds. So what does the table look like now? We're not sure because we've got Crystal Palace next. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Crystal Palace at home now, of course. The replay being at the opposite ground. And we're second. Stoke now top. Stoke top by a point from ourselves and Leeds. And Forest 5 points behind. Middlesbrough a further 7. So it's a 3 or 4-way fight for the top 2 spots in the league as things stand. But as we saw in the last episode, with a 12-point turnaround for Nottingham Forest, it can change that quickly. In the space of a month, in the space of one episode, it can either be phenomenal or heartbreaking. It's Crystal Palace up next for us, and we'll see if we can finally get ourselves through to the 4th round of the FA Cup.
Sunderland against Crystal
Justin,
Palace.
down the line to Gooch.
This is the
Starting the same 11, I believe. Didn't actually check actually, but I believe they're starting a similar 11. Oh no! The defender there got that away very well. I thought for a minute we were going to take an early 1-0 lead there. Let's have a quick look. Van Aanholt Sacco is Maripan at centre back rather than it's Briantron, wasn't it? Townsend Evander is a different centre mid, but the rest of the side. So new centre back and a new centre mid, but other than that, it's the same 11. Mine obviously is my strongest starting 11 again. Good enough to hold them to a draw once. Can we beat them this time? Here's Samolo. We'll go to Maguire's feet. Maripan reads it well. Nice interception from Ravel Morrison. Jamal Lowe. Saw where to go here. Maguire is there. Twist and turn, and Jamal Lowe. Oh, that is a tasty finish from Jamal Lowe. From the edge of the box. That was very, very good indeed. Twisted one way then the other. I just held the ball up with Sean Maguire long enough for Jamal Lowe to get away from the defenders and stand a chance of breaking through to find the back of the net. That was brilliant. Jamal Lowe in the 23rd minute makes it Sunderland 1, Crystal Palace 0. The upset is on the cards. Into Pinamonti. Back to Townsend. Pinamonti again. He's got a number of people around him to play in. He's Andros Townsend. Nice tackle by Stephen Corker though. And the counter-attack is on. Try and pull this back to Jamal Lowe first. And there's space here for Lyndon Goots. And I see the run being made by Jack Clark, but we can't find him with the ball. But Husai's palmed it, or chested it even straight into the path of Jack Clark, who turns back well. Jack Clark! Good save by Waita. Very nearly 2-0 on the brink of half-time. Ravel Morrison whips the corner in. We could make it 2-0 from half-time, but Evander gets the header in. And one in the other. Husai finds the spot. Oh, what a ball. That has to be 1-1. There's the Premier League quality from El Cid Husai. That delivery was inch perfect. Watch him run between the two defenders there, Pinamonti. Neither able to pick him up, leaving him for each other. No communication at the back, and it took just 3 minutes to the second half. For Crystal Palace to get themselves level, I thought I'd just kick that straight out of play there as well, as if to make my matters worse. Thankfully we didn't. Unfortunately, we're now headed towards extra time. Eward to Jamal Lowe, over the top looking for the run. Lyndon Goots takes it in his stride well. Jamal Lowe is there. Runners all around me. There's a bit of space here for Jack Clark. Well, there was. The pass went to Eward instead for some reason. Here's Max Lowe. Go on then, Max. Or it could drop kindly for Sean Maguire. And that is a deadly finish. A stroke of luck that might well see us through to the next round of the FA Cup. That couldn't have fallen more kindly for Sean Maguire. So lucky, but what a finish. Talk about making the most of your opportunity. That is unreal from Sean Maguire. That's why he's top goal scorer in the league. He's deadly in front of goal. Soko forward there to Roger. Out to Cordoba. Stands up well. Tamori wins the header equally well. Needed to tackle Roger there as Lyndon Goots' pass was poor, but now Jamal Lowe can find him in a bit of space and driving past Mamadou Sakho. Looks to play Sean Maguire in behind, and again looking to utilise that pace. It cost them in the first game, and across the box. No, Andros Townsend tracks back brilliantly. Drew Eward, I can't get to that, and now I may have caused my own downfall here. On the counter-attack they come. Not good for us, this. Although we have been able to keep some numbers back, but now the white shirts are flooding forward and at pace. Townsend with a turn. That's probably a foul by Colca, and he's given as such. 25 minutes to go here. Really nervy now. They're making a change. Andros Townsend will whip this. It's Evander that's gone off, and Kuyate's come on. He was the man that Evander's replaced. Kuyate missed the gilt-edged opportunity in the first game against Crystal Palace. The original tie. And so far, they are going to need something of that quality with regards to the chance itself, but something better than the quality of the finish that Kuyate put in on that occasion. As things stand, with 20 minutes to go, we're knocking Premier League opposition out of the FA Cup. Driven out wide there to Cordoba. Turns well, crosses it nicely, but Sam Nicholson's tracking back there. And can Sean Maguire show the pace to get to that? No. Moments remaining now, just moments. 2 minutes added on. Husai's running to Nicholson, and that will be game. We are all will it. Please, ref. Yes, we're through to the next round of the FA Cup with victory against Premier League opposition, although it did force a replay. We'll take that. We had to equalise on them in the first game. They had to equalise on me in the second, but they couldn't do it for a second time in the same game. 2-1 win for Bristol Rovers, beating Leicester as well. Wow. Two shocks in the replays. Transfer offer for Sean Maguire, which will certainly be rejected. Goodbye. Prize money of £153,000. Wonderful, that will go a long way. Let's see what we can do then in this game against West Brom in this next simulated game. A transfer offer for Jack Baldwin, who I am interested in selling. Go on then. Let's negotiate. See if we can't get 2.4 or 5. He's barely playing for me at all, Jack Baldwin. So might as well try and get some money for him. Might just walk away from that. 2.6. Sold. Thank you very much. Hopefully that deal goes through to Feyenoord, and then we'll have some more money to take through to the next season. Not sure yet actually if I can check for another 5-star youth. Thank you. Welcome to the club, Sebastian Clausen. We have ourselves 3 top quality youth staff now. To be fair, I could try and get rid of Jordan Alexander, who has only 4-star judgment, and then look for another 5-star, which we don't have yet. But Lev does have 5-star judgment, so we shall take that. £2.8 million. Done. 3 5-star judgment. 3 5-star judgment youth scouts now. We'll utilise them next season. Offer for Bettinelli. Interesting. It's the first time I think we've had an offer for Marcus Bettinelli, but he stays. And we shall simulate now this home game against West Brom to end the episode. And we end on a high note. They drew with Blackburn in their last game. It's a strong starting lineup from West Brom, although they got destroyed last time we played them. That was the game where George Harrison had his absolute performance. Okay, 1-0 down to Edwards after 39 minutes. Lads, please no. Don't beat them away on their turf by 5-0 and then lose at home a month later. Or, do that. Great. Well, we've Nottingham Forest to start the episode off tomorrow on the Tuesday, and they could close to within 2 points of us if they're able to beat us. Not what we needed. We're 3 points off Leeds at the top. Stoke 2 points ahead of us as well. There's still plenty to play for this season. Loads of changes in position are going to happen between now and the end of the season, but there's not that much longer left. We shall finish January tomorrow with Chelsea a day after Millwall. Oh, scheduling. Please be fixed for FIFA 20. Please be fixed for FIFA 20. For crying out loud. Well, I'll sim Millwall at home with the youth side and then play Chelsea with the strong side. Oh, dearie me. Well, you just have to take it on the chin sometimes. That will do us for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss out on that Chelsea FA Cup tie. I'll see you tomorrow.